diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. This was not a podcast, so we're a little bit more relaxed. It's just that I'm seeing this a lot, and when I see it, I try and educate. I just totally forgot what I was doing for a second. Oh. Happy Saturday. I don't really have much going on today, which is a good thing. Well, we have our meeting at 5. So, I think I'm already done sharing. I am. Let's change that. Let's change it. Or should we just give it? Oh, I'm using Restream, assholes. Use that one today. Now let's use this one. All right. Not that it matters because I'm just sitting here switching. I think I'm going to change that too. I can change it for each one. Friends on Facebook for 6 years. She's my sister. All right. So, the reason I did this is because somebody was on Instagram bragging that they had 11 months, and that, AA is kind of structured, and we have reasons as to why we do what we do. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'll be your host. And no, I'm not going to sit here and say how bad day counting is for everybody. It's a choice. But in order to make a right choice, you got to be educated. There we go. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I appreciate everybody kind of watching me today. I mean, it's Saturday, and I do a lot of stuff, and sometimes I feel bad that maybe I'm doing too much. But there again, I also have over 2,300 videos here. I'm going to prove it, and then we'll get started. All right, see? Ooh, I gained a subscriber. That went down by like 10 a little while ago. So, but see, it won't give me the full count. But I have over, 2,300 videos. Who knows? All right. Yeah. So let's switch that over to chat and let's get started on this. All right, let's just get to this. Okay, this is according to recovery.org, which, by the way, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, just because it says recovery.org, it just means that they got the website first. That's all that means. Just so you know. All right. On counting, Anderson said, I don't know who the fuck Anderson is, and I don't care. In hams, I don't know what hams is either. It's up to the individual to decide whether or not he wishes to count days. Some people find it a useful tool, and we support them in choosing to count and post their counts, if they so desire. Other people find it counterproductive, and we support that decision too. Anderson doesn't like to give direction because he doesn't want to be in trouble. That's what I heard him say. So recovery.org is... They're giving some the right information, but it sounded a little personal there, didn't it? What is the hardest day of sobriety? Well, that's up to you. Is it good to count days of sobriety? Counting time All right, before we get into this, you ever hear somebody say, well, I relapse at 30 days. I relapse. I always get to 90 days and I relapse. I do see these numbers of 3 make a difference. 3 and 4, they make a difference. I know it's weird. What's 3 times 4? It's 12. See, 12 seems to be a magic number. How many months are in a year? 12. So we divide these by 3, right? So what's the first one? 30 days. 60 days, 90 days. 3, right? Then we have to wait 3 months before we get another chip, before we raise our hand again and say, hey, now some groups do, I don't hand out 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11 months. I don't do it. I won't even pick them up. We have very good reasons for this. Okay. And a lot of it is geared towards delayed gratification. Do you celebrate your birthday, your belly button birthday? Oh, I've been alive for 10,000 hours. No, you don't. It could be very dangerous. It could be very, very dangerous, right? For me, I stopped counting altogether in the beginning until I had a little bit of time under my belt. My wife, I got tired of writing my sobriety date in my big book in pencil. And you know what I mean by that. You know what I mean. Let's get to the good side before I harp on it, because I am kind of harping. The good thing is this is it marks progress. Yeah. What happens about a week before your 1 year, happens to everybody, is you're going to reflect. Yeah, oh, I'm coming up on a year. What am I going to say on my year? We might even start planning what we're going to say at a speaker meeting and stuff. And make ourselves cry. Oh, it's just so. And see, this is not, it's not real. You're not there yet. It's still a week away. Can't live a week in advance. We might be able to say, hey, I'm speaking on this day, but gosh, we don't really know what's going to happen between now and then, do we? See, this is why I continue to tell people, especially at your first year, you are to stand up and tell your story. Why is this? Okay. About a week or 2 weeks before your first year, you're going to feel all fucked up. So throwing some more accountability in there, or maybe something that'll provide you with a little more dopamine, like, oh, but I'm going to be able to tell my story next month. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. See, the mindset has already changed. Rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed our path. We're supposed to tell our stories on our birthdays. It's part of the celebration. And what is the celebration? I made it this far. Now I'm going to give away everything that I have to you by telling you my story. Here we go. All right. So it marks progress for us. But there is a progress between, well, I've got, and I know we want to hit those 0. Oh, I have 100 days. I have 1,000 days. These are not counted in AA. And I won't clap for you. I won't clap for you on that. Okay. Do we need them? Yes, we do. Especially that 30-day chip. Newcomer chip. That first chip you get, right? It's valuable. It's usually white. My chips used to be made of plastic, sorry. Now they're made of aluminum. Unless your friend makes you one, like Amber did for me. So, all right. So I understand, the fact that we want to be able to celebrate our days and stuff. Hi, Amber. I didn't even tell you I was going live because I thought you were with your sponsor. So I didn't even tell you. But it's good to see you. Now, does that mean that it's not okay? And what's the worst culprit of that? Well, that'd be everything AA. putting that counter in there, I thought was just, there's something. Why am I letting something else convenience my time? Also, I just see it doesn't. Something in my gut is like, yeah, then they're made out of love. Oh, instead of play, yeah, I forget what that's called. But so there are some great things to, I love it when people hit 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. But there's an accomplishment there. There's an actual accomplishment. And when we start going to meetings, a skill that must be acquired, and without it, the steps just won't work. And that skill is delayed gratification. And that's what we're talking about here. So the celebrations and stuff, that's great. I will stand and cheer. And I'm very happy that when people, when I have a sponsee that makes that year, you bet it feels fucking good, man. And I get to revel in it a little bit, because I was a guide. I didn't really do anything, but, as a sponsor, you're like, I don't really do anything, but you do, but we want to be humble about it. I don't go around brag about the amount of people I help. Nobody cares. The only reason I would do that is so that you would pay me money to do something. It's the only reason I would say something like that. Okay. So there are a lot of benefits to stick it. There are a lot of benefits, not to day counting. Day counting is not much. What are we really trying to go after? Well, success. That I can agree with. That I'm like, great. All right. But I think it is a very bad idea that you start going live on your first day of sobriety and let other people watch you go through it. You're not working the program. I call that frothy emotional appeal, because that's what it is. What are we trying to get? Okay. I know that I would be much better off. I know that I would be much better off by going out and helping somebody else, right? And I guess what I'm trying to get, I can't find it off the top of my head. When we constantly announce how many days we have, and like I said, I understand the ones that end with zeros, and it's an accomplishment, and share that with your friends. Nothing wrong with that. It's when we decide to go to a meeting and put it out there, or when we go to, because these are not, it says, is anybody here celebrating 30, 60, 90 days? It doesn't say, is anybody here celebrating 100 days or 1,000 days? No. And that there's that structure in there, and it's for a very good reason, right? I'm talking in AA meetings. Outside of that, do what you want, I guess. But I do know that I've seen a lot of people that use time as their success, and they invariably get drunk every single time, because it is not about quantity around here. It's about quality. And the amount of time that I have is not something that leads to long-term sobriety. It's weird. All right. Really, we're just like saying, look how high I can jump. We're trying to get, I know I should rephrase this, because for you might feel different. And this is all opinion. I mean, well, it's opinion mixed with experience, mixed with some clinical. Like what I read at the beginning here. That was weak. Some people find it a useful tool, and we support them in it. But if they don't, we support them in that too. There was no direction in that. Why? It makes no sense there. Okay. It's because he's not a recovered alcoholic, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why. He's a professional. He needs to stay in his lane. What's the golden rule in AA? Keep your fucking mouth shut. But I bet it's not it. It's essentially the 12-step fellowship is essentially the golden rule. See, it makes no sense. What do 3 days of no alcohol in your body do to your body? Clear skin and better digestion. See, it won't cover it. What counts as a relapse in AA? I bet this is wrong. What is a relapse? A relapse refers to a return of alcohol or other drug use or gambling. Wait, no. What counts as a relapse in AA? See how it's all fucking mixed up? This is bullshit. All these points, and that's turning point. Okay. No. This is all wrong. Okay. A relapse means you went out and you did not come back for years. That's a relapse. A slip means you went out and came right back. You dealt with something. Come on. You dealt with something that was out of your control, and you had a slip, figured out alcohol wasn't the way to go, and you came back. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. That is progress. See, what we need is true progress, and time is not progress. Time does not state progress. Not for me. Progress means that I'm going to probably find something, I'm a little uncomfortable with it, and I'm going to go do it. That's going to be progress. What we just brought up a progress, I'm going to restate it, that you had a slip and you came back. That's progress. So when people say relapse is a part of my recovery, that's what they're talking about, because their slip helped them progress. But everybody's so stuck on this time thing. Alcoholism doesn't understand time. It just doesn't. It's a mental illness. Okay. So, I just get a little scared seeing all these people run around. I've got 11 months. Okay, well then we'll see you in a month. Okay. I understand you're excited. I get excited too, but I'm also the guy that celebrates his birthday on the day, and that's about all I do. But if you want to celebrate your 1 year for a week, go for it. If you want to celebrate it for a month, go for it. You earned it. You earned that. Okay. But there's a psychology portion of this with the numbers. And they're 3s and 4s. 3s and 4s. Now 3 has to go with 4, or otherwise 3 going with 3 is going to give you a bad number. See? It always equals 12. There's 12 months in the year. There's 12 steps. There's 12 traditions. Okay? So when we add and divide these, or when we, like I said before, 30, 60, 90 days, that's a set of 3. Then you have to wait 3 months. Then you get your 6 months. Okay? Then you have to wait another 3 months. See how this now twice? You get your 9 months. Then you get your year. Bam, another 3, another set of 3. Okay. Then how long? 1 year. Now you gotta wait. Some people do 18 months. No. It's not no for me. Okay. So is day counting success? No. Is a milestone of your birthday success? Yes. Opinion. Okay. But I found that when I take it this way, instead of focusing on how much time I have, what does that sound like? Well, I have this much time. I have this much time. It's very selfish is what it is. It's extremely selfish. Right? When we put it out on the internet, look at me. Hey. Now, I know it's hard not to do because we alcoholics want the attention. I know I do. I love being the center of attention. I love it. Love it. Why do you think I go live 2-3 times a day? I want the attention. Right? But it's a healthy attention. It's real. Things are going on. We're making progress. We always got to make progress here, right? Oh, that's a good stretch. I didn't really have much more on it. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse and be like, and complain about it, because it's going to be up to you. And if it's working for you, great. But there's more. When we let go of these things like time, there's more to be discovered. See, I can see the forest for the trees once I get in the program, but can you see the full implication of what is happening in the forest now? Okay, and until we let things go and find out that there's more, then there'll be more. So, and both ways of work, you can either focus on your time or you can focus on what you're doing today. See, when we day count, we're not in today. We're in the day count. Okay. On my ear, it's all I'm thinking, on my birthdays, it's all I'm pretty much thinking about. See? And what does that do? Well, for me, it frustrates my progress and blocks me from my higher power because I'm being selfish. It's like when you're in self-pity, you write a gratitude list. Well, you're just talking about yourself again. And nowhere in the book does it say go write a gratitude list when you're in yourself. Nowhere in there does it. So and I make that statement very bravely. So if somebody finds it, let me know. Let me know. Well, but it's not that I know of. I could probably go in there, find some words, move them around to make them like that. But it's the same thing. What are we really doing? Anything based upon just Dion, including my sobriety days, is wrong. That's why when you have your years, you're supposed to speak because you're giving it all away. You're giving it all away. And it's the process of humility and having true humility in your life. Right? I just know it could be dangerous for people that are chronic relapsers like me. So my experience was this. I kept relapsing on 30, 60, 90 days. So I stopped counting. Right? And then when I had a day, my wife would tell me. When I had 6 months, my wife would tell me. When I had a couple of years under my belt, it's 11/11, by the way, Amber. When I had some, I totally forgot what I was saying on that now. So, all right. Well, I hope everybody has a good day. I'll see some of you at the noon meeting. I just need to talk on that a little bit. I love you. Peace out.